After the Indian and Chinese armies disengaged in eastern Ladakh, the Neoma Advanced Landing Ground remains busy with whirring helicopters and aircraft. Neoma is a strategically important airbase because of its close proximity to the line of actual control. The airbase enables quick movement of men, material and machines in the area. The Indian Air Force carried out special operation at the Neoma Advanced Landing Ground as it also looks to upgrade capabilities in eastern Ladakh. Manjeet Negi there with more on that.
Welcome to Battlefield Neoma, home to India's advanced landing ground overlooking Chinese-controlled territory. Just 25 kilometers away from the line of actual control in Ladakh. India Today, the only channel taking stock of India's war readiness of our brave forces at this super high altitude.
In the special operation display at the Neoma ALG, 25 km from the China border, Mi-17 helicopter is showing the Garud commandos slithering from the helicopter. This is the first time you will see these operations on India Today.
Garud Special Forces of the Indian Air Force are carrying out special operations drills using Apache attack helicopters, Chinook transport helicopters and Mi-17s. Neoma, sitting very close to the LAC, holds super importance in India's strategic planning. The Chinooks play a crucial role, moving men and war machines super quick right to the front lines. The Apaches are considered the best when it comes to mountain warfare. And the C-130J Super Hercules transports are performing precision low-level flying, airdrops and landing.
India Today is showing you exclusive operation of the C-130 special operation aircraft on the Neoma ALG. The Air Force has been showcasing its firepower on the China border for last 1 year against China. The preparations show how advanced capabilities of Indian Air Force to create high altitude location like the border area.
Mobile air traffic control systems have also been deployed to monitor every movement of China at an altitude of over 14,000 feet. This is the world's highest air traffic control at this advanced landing ground of the Air Force.
It bridges the critical gap between Leh Airfield and LAC, enabling quick movement of men and material in eastern Ladakh, which overcomes terrain friction that will further help in quicker access to the heights and sustenance operations thereafter.
The Indian Air Force's jewel in the crown, Rafales and Sukhoi 30s, can also be seen flying from this advanced landing ground in Neoma.
The fighters have been operating regularly in this area earlier as well. The positioning of fighter aircraft would be governed by the operational requirements in future.
The Indian Army has already deployed its mainstay T-90 Bhishma main battle tanks and BMP infantry vehicles here in Neoma.
Now we will tell you the firepower of the T-90 Bhishma tank. The T-90 Bhishma is a very capable tank. It can cruise the 500 km and can strike targets at the 5 km with its missile.
The most modern tanks in service with the Indian ground forces. These tanks are simulating a possible assault across the line of actual control if the need ever arises. India is leaving nothing to chance to guard these frontline areas. A never-ending vigil by the bravest of soldiers and officers and the most sophisticated war machines at these icy heights.
Despite the disengagement, the Indian Army has not lowered its guard on the LAC. From the forward bases in Neoma, the tanks and BMP can reach the LAC on no time to tackle the Chinese threat. From the preparation of the LAC, it's clear that the Indian Army is fully ready. With cameraman Anish Jaiswal, this is Manjeet Negi at Neoma.
After the 12th round of talks, Chinese have now pulled back from friction point Gogra, but Chinese can't be really taken at face value, and our army knows it quite well. They are building special fabricated shelters that withstand extreme temperatures. Army is also getting equipped with US-made weapons to take on China. India Today's Manjeet Negi right there visited on ground Chushul, the axis near line of actual control. Let's take a look.
The world's biggest military standoff. "12 rounds of military talks between India and China later, Ladakh slowly seeing the return of line of actual control sanctity. After Pangong Tso, both sides mutually pull back from the friction point of the Gogra post. But the dragon cannot be taken at face value, and the Indian Army knows it very well. India Today is the only channel which visited the Chushul axis near the line of actual control to take stock of the recent disengagement and the army's preparedness.
Despite the disengagement, both sides continue to maintain heavy presence in the area. The Indian Army has not shown any let-up to its preparation for troops, shelter or equipment with modern weapons.
It isn't just China, but the weather is also a big enemy for troops here. The Indian Army is preparing for the long haul, make no mistake, building modern fabricated shelters for troops in forward areas. These special shelters can accommodate 1 lakh soldiers whenever required.
तेज बर्फीली हवाओं और सर्द मौसम से निपटने के लिए जवानों के लिए इस तरह के खास तरह के शेल्टर तैयार किए जा रहे हैं और पिछले 1 साल के दौरान ऐसे 1 लाख से ज़्यादा जवानों के लिए रहने के लिए 13,000 से लेकर 16-17,000 फीट की ऊंचाई इस पूरे लद्दाख के अलग-अलग इलाकों में जहां हमारे जवान तैनात हैं उनके लिए इस तरह के खास शेल्टर तैयार किए जा रहे हैं.
Made of iron, steel, wood and a special fabricated material, such shelters can be built within a week and can withstand chilly winds and extreme temperatures that are typical of this area.
चीन सरहद पर मौसम और दुश्मन की चुनौती से निपटने के लिए भारतीय सेना के जवानों के लिए इस तरह के खास इंतजाम किए जा रहे हैं. ये केबिन बनाए जा रहे हैं जो 0 से नीचे के तापमान में जवानों की मदद करते हैं. यहाँ पर 16 जवानों के रहने के इंतजाम किए गए हैं. डबल बेड लगाए गए हैं. स्लीपिंग बैग यहाँ पर रखे गए हैं. इसके साथ ही हीटिंग की भी इसमें व्यवस्था की गई है. जब तेज हवाएं चलें पिछले 1 साल के दौरान ऐसे हजारों एक तरह से शेल्टर तैयार किए गए हैं जो आधुनिक सुविधाओं से लैस हैं.
The army has also received modern war machines. American-made Sig Sauer assault rifles have boosted the army's firepower on the front lines. These assault rifles fire 600 bullets within a minute.
716 असॉल्ट राइफल है जो अमेरिका की बनी हुई है और हाल ही में भारतीय सेना में शामिल की गई है. इसकी मारक क्षमता की बात करें तो ये नजदीकी लड़ाई के लिए बहुत बेहतर हथियार है. इसमें जो जवान है उसको आसानी से 6 पोजीशन पर एडजस्ट कर सकता है. इस तरह से इसको एडजस्ट किया जा सकता है. और इसकी अगर इसमें राउंड की बात करें तो 20 राउंड की इसमें मैगजीन लगाई जा सकती है. इस तरह से
And it isn't just rifles. Soldiers are also equipped with rocket launchers and automatic grenade launchers.
अगर ऊंचे पहाड़ी इलाकों में दुश्मन से मुकाबले की बात करें तो जो रॉकेट लॉन्चर है उसकी मदद से कैसे किसी बंकर को नेस्तनाबूद किया जा सकता है, ये यहाँ पर 1000 मीटर के आसपास अगर दुश्मन मौजूद है उसको निशाना बनाया जा सकता है। इसी तरह से ऑटोमेटिक जो ग्रेनेड लॉन्चर है, इसकी मारक क्षमता की हम बात करें तो 1700 इसकी मारक क्षमता है और ये भी दुश्मन के किसी भी ठिकाने को पूरी तरह से बर्बाद कर सकता है।
The Chinese army too has beefed up its military infrastructure on the other side. Despite from Pangong So, Galwan and now the Gogra post, friction remains in the hot springs area and separately in Depsang and Demchok, which are longer standing issues. With Manjeet Negi in Ladakh, Bureau Report, India Today.
Last year, the southern bank of Pangong Lake was the biggest friction point between the Indian and Chinese armies. However, after disengagement, troops of both India and China have now moved back to their permanent bases. Pangong Lake is again buzzing now with tourists. Here's a look.
साल 2020 में यही पेंगोंग झील भारत और चीन के बीच में तनाव का सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा बनी। उसके बाद गलवान की खूनी भिड़ंत हुई और दोनों सेनाएं आमने सामने खड़ी हो गई। 50,000 से ज्यादा सैनिक दोनों तरफ से तैनात हो गए। लेकिन उसके बाद दोनों सेनाओं के बीच में पेंगोंग से सेनाओं की वापसी हुई और अब गोगरा से भी दोनों सेनाएं पीछे हट रही हैं। लेकिन इस पूरे इलाके में भारतीय सेना की तैनाती को देखकर समझा जा सकता है कि भारत फिलहाल चीन पर पूरी तरह से भरोसा नहीं कर सकता। और इस वक्त पेंगोंग के इलाके में अगर हम देखें तो यहाँ पर एक बार फिर से जो पर्यटक है उसके लिए झील को खोला गया है और यहाँ पर रौनक लौटकर वापस आ गई है। लेकिन जिस तरह से चीन का रुख रहा है इस पूरे इलाके में भारत लगातार सजग है। मंजीत नेगी, पेंगोंग, आस्था।
Now, fresh videos of the Galwan clash have again exposed China's lies. Here's a detailed report on the 45-second video that shows how Chinese side pelted stones from a height on Indian troops.
"45 seconds of video footage. The latest propaganda installment from China on 2020's Galwan clash in Ladakh. A video positioned to project Chinese bravery in the face of Indian aggression in the Galwan Valley. But once again, the images reveal much more than the Chinese government perhaps intended. It opens with Indian soldiers dismantling a Chinese observation post which had violated the line of actual control in June last year. But in the very next sequence, for just 2 seconds, a dead giveaway. Chinese soldiers seen stone pelting from up one of the slopes. Pushed back by the Indian Army team, the propaganda video then shows PLA troops struggling in the freezing Galwan River. And then in the final flourish, a sequence capturing PLA troops being washed away by the Galwan River. But in the background, an earth-moving bulldozer, a confirmation that China was manipulating the path of the river to gain an advantage. The propaganda clip is an intended emotional backdrop to an interview with the family of Wang Zhuoran, one of the men China has acknowledged died in the clash. The propaganda video comes just 2 days after India and China held their 12th round of talks on the Ladakh standoff. Troop pullbacks have already happened at Galwan and the Pangong Lake. The two sides formally committed to expeditious troop pullback now from the Gogra post friction point. But China has maintained a very rigid stance on Depsang in North Ladakh. There is skepticism on China's intentions, since there has been little or no forward movement in the friction areas along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh since disengagement in Pangong in February this year. With India today also reporting that China has strengthened its positions in the depth areas away from the front lines, a long autumn and winter loom ahead. With the standoff showing no signs of winding down in any real manner, and with the new Galwan video, it's clear that the mind games and propaganda won't be winding down either. Bureau Report, India Today.
India has a major advantage of geography in Ladakh. China was taken aback by India's quid pro quo operations on the south bank of Pangong So and the speedy deployment of India's air assets. In the past 1 year, China has now desperately tried to counter India's advantage by rapid infrastructure development there in Tibet and Xinjiang. India Today's magazine executive editor Sandeep Unnithan with this exclusive.
It's been 15 months of the world's biggest current military standoff. High up in the Himalayas, India and China remain locked in a freezing face-off in eastern Ladakh. But even though the situation has calmed down at the front lines since the beginnings of a disengagement in February, the bigger conflict has just gotten more hostile. And once again, it's China raising strategic temperatures. Battle Cry reported in April that while India was gripped by COVID-19's second wave, the Chinese army had reinforced in eastern Ladakh depth areas with permanent accommodations and depots. And now, China's aggressions have found an even bigger manifestation, a massive military aviation buildup, unfolding in clear view of imaging satellites. Consider this. China is building 3 new airports at Tashkurgan in Xinjiang, Tingri and Damsung in Tibet, and expanding and upgrading infrastructure at the existing air bases in Kashgar, Hotan, Garigunsa, Lhasa and Bangla. All air bases that can feed directly into the Ladakh standoff and more. Images accessed by India Today show a frenetic pace of construction unrivaled in recent years. New airfields being built and old ones expanded with new taxi tracks, aprons and longer runways. Fighter jets are being pushed under concrete pens with 3 feet thick walls that can withstand direct hits from missiles and air-dropped precision bombs. Launch pads around the bases bristle with HQ-9 long-range missiles which can shoot down aircraft over 100 kilometers away. Concrete has been trucked into various military sites across the plateau since May. One government source mentions having counted up to 800 trucks working at various sites across the plateau. In March this year, the Chinese government approved plans to construct 20 multi-purpose airfields in Tibet. All signals that point to one thing: China is preparing for war, or at the very least, a new escalation and expansion in this conflict.
China's aggressive aviation buildup is aimed at offsetting the Indian Air Force's advantages in the region. The IAF maintains a string of air bases at lower altitudes from which it can launch combat jets with meaningful weapon loads to Ladakh and beyond. China is attempting to chip away at this advantage.
The Rafale jets that joined Indian service last year have become a staple in Ladakh airspace. Their sensors keeping a hawk's eye on Chinese radiations and movements. Since August last year, China has periodically deployed its most advanced fighter aircraft, the 5th generation J-20, at bases like Hotan near the standoff zone. War games conducted by the Shillong-based Eastern Air Command some years ago described waves of Chinese bombers flying over the Himalayas and saturating IAF air bases with long-range cruise missile strikes. Worryingly for the Indian Air Force, over the past few months, the PLAAF and PLA Army have networked their missile units, creating vast air defense bubbles over the plateau. China's determined aviation build-up is a clear message to India that the piecemeal troop pullback in February may have been good to calm temperatures and reassure the world. It is too early to predict if the enhanced military aviation infrastructure will lead to a pattern of Chinese air intrusions of the kind seen over the South and East China Seas to intimidate Japan and Taiwan. But experts say nothing can be ruled out. This war has clearly only just begun.
Now, India today has accessed satellite images of a brand new Chinese airbase in Tashkurgan, and what we're about to show you here indicates that underground complexes are for Chinese military operations. Let's have a look.
A brand new Chinese airbase, a base that began construction just before the India-China standoff began in Ladakh last year. In close proximity to the borders of Afghanistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, not to mention Ladakh. A base whose true intention is now becoming much, much clearer. Satellite images accessed by India today confirm that this base in Tashkurgan isn't just any airport by the Chinese. What they clearly reveal is a complex of underground facilities pointing to Chinese intentions in the region. These underground complexes are clearly intended to provide a level of concealment and protection to Chinese operations in this area. The first high-resolution commercial satellite imagery from Planet Labs confirms suspicions that this is a dual-use airport and not just a civilian one. Along with the underground facilities, construction on other parts of the airbase is also visible in the satellite images. Blacktopping of runways, construction of terminal areas can be clearly seen, along with the deployment of stone crushing machines, land moving equipment and construction trucks. Once complete next year, the airport will be able to accommodate 160,000 passengers and 400 tons of cargo each year. But given how few tourists actually come here from China, the inbound passengers will be anything but civilian. Experts believe the strategic location of the airbase in Tashkurgan works in favor of the Chinese leadership. For instance, China could be concerned about the spread of Islamist movements following the rise of the Taliban, which could fuel more insurgencies in China's restive Xinjiang province. Recently, China, remember, hosted a visiting delegation of Taliban terrorists, praising their future role in the war-torn country. The new airbase in Tashkurgan overlooks the strategic Wakhan corridor in Afghanistan, a narrow territory that separates Tajikistan from Pakistan and POK. The corridor is connected to several geopolitical conflicts, including tension between India and Pakistan over Kashmir. With Ankit Kumar in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.